What's good, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, we're one sleep removed away from Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, and it didn't come without controversy. Okay, to dive right into the event itself, this was an $80 price point pay-per-view, and it's just ridiculous. Okay, between them and the UFC, it's just getting out of hand for these cards that bring no value, and we're shelling out 40, 60, $80 for the pay-per-views. Okay, I understand if it's a Riyadh season card and it's stacked top to bottom, or for the UFC for International Fight Week, stacked top to bottom. At that point, it's worth it. You're presenting the value for $80. This wasn't it. We were essentially paying $80 to watch Tank fight, which is some bullshit. Okay, we'll call it what it is. The fight itself, it's the typical Tank script. Yeah, bringing up the weight or the champ from the weight class below him and hoping that he, does what he normally does, knocks him out. And first 5 rounds, nothing. Okay, they're feeling each other out. Tank's putting on a little bit of pressure, but in previous fights with Tank, the opponents are coming forward in those first 5 rounds. They know Tank's just downloading. Those are gimme rounds, and they try to do their best because they know as the fight progresses, it's going to get harder. Tank's going to get stronger, and it's been over for 33 of them. So that's kind of what we expected for this fight, right? Wrong. Lamont Roach came to fight. This dude used every skill, every tool in his toolbox. Pretty much did not play Tank's game. He was patient. He was countering well. And I mean, you fast forward to the 8th round, there's this sequence right here where Lamont catches him and stumbles him, knees buckle. I've never personally seen that. I don't know if that's ever happened in a Tank fight. From what I remember, that hasn't. And just go to the next round, the 9th. He pulls a Deji and takes a knee. We literally haven't seen this since Deji against Vinny Hacker, which feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah. And that should have been a standing 8 count. But the ref waved it off. Not the fight, but he allowed Tank to keep going. Tank had to go wipe his face. Looked like he maybe had something in his eye. But coincidentally enough, it was right after he took a shot straight to the eye. Yeah, right. Lamont was kind of taking over. Tank was trying to do his thing. Tank was speeding up. And then Lamont had an answer for everything. And then we get to the end of the fight. Tank, it's just like the entire thing was so weird. And after the 9th round, we get to 10, 11, 12. And Lamont has an answer for everything. He's countering everything Tank's doing. We haven't seen this before. Honestly, I mean, Isaac Cruz and probably Mario Barrios were the last time that I've seen opponents like really take it to him. And I mean, he got Barrios out of there in the 11th round in their fight after dropping him twice. And man, they called this a majority draw, which is absolutely ridiculous. I would call it a draw if Tank wouldn't have taken a knee. There's no way Lamont loses that fight if they call that a knockdown. Lamont had an answer for everything. It's super unfortunate. This kind of judging is what keeps fans from being boxing fans and getting more invested into the sport, because the people who don't have a bunch of boxing knowledge, they just have to go off the eye test. And people see engagement, people see counters, people see Tank getting hit. All they know is Tank is this mega star if they're not familiar with boxing. And then the judges go and fuck it all up. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what they do or how they fix it, but this has been a common issue in boxing since the start of boxing, since they started having judges. Yeah, so I don't know where this goes. I hopefully they do the rematch. That definitely needs to happen. I don't know if Tank is also kind of getting the same like falling into the same trap Deontay Wilder is falling in. Yeah, he's mentioned retirement because he wants to not be angry all the time. He wants to raise his daughters and be happy, which is awesome. But I mean, if he's toting that line between fighting and staying angry, or being not angry and raising his daughters, if he's battling that and he's talking retirement, then I mean, he has to have a foot out the door. I mean, that's just common sense. And so if he's coming in similar to Deontay when he did his ayahuasca trip, and lost the killer in him, lost his last 3 fights by knockout. I mean, it's just like, is he fading? Is he kind of taking, is he going out? Now he said at his press conference that he's going to have 4 more fights. After he said that before this fight he only had 2 more left, and so that is exciting. I don't want Tank to retire. He says a lot in the Tank, and I think he could definitely beat Floyd. Well, actually, he can't because now he's got the draw. Damn, that sucks. But Lamont, he needs that rematch. This happens every time, Tank fights. Mario Barrios, became a star after his fight with Tank. And now, I mean, he gained a fan in me. Same with Frank Martin, gained a fan in me. And now with Lamont Roach, gained a fan in me. Absolutely incredible. This is also what's great about boxing is these underdog stories. But yeah, tough pill to swallow. Anyways, please let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Consider liking and subscribing. It would absolutely make my day. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuce.